Mr. Ambassador, congratulations on an amazing event with Alianța.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful that you and so many other Romanians were able to join us here for this event. I know how far you had to travel, and I am truly humbled and honored that you were able to join us.
For those that weren't able to join the event, what are the main takeaways?
I think we had a great list of honorees yesterday from business and civil society that worked very hard to make Romania what it is today. We had a great list of speakers today, including the Ukrainian defense attaché to the U.S. We had Catalin Mihalache, the former Romanian defense attaché to the U.S. We had Jim Carafano, the senior advisor to the president of the Heritage Foundation. We had many other great guests who gave their opinion, the status of the world today, the status of Romania, the United States, and the relationship between Romania and the United States. And we all agreed that we think Romania and the United States are great allies, economically, militarily, and most importantly, the people of Romania and the people of the United States have a great affinity for each other and a great relationship.
In a context of the Russia-Ukraine war, which is right at the border of Romania, what are the main concerns and what are we looking at in 2026, 2027 in your opinion? Of course, I understand you don't have the crystal ball, but what would you predict or hope it will happen next year and the following?
I would hope that the people in the United States, in various departments of the government, realize that Vladimir Putin is a criminal. I hear certain people say that he's a good man, that you can talk to him. I don't think that's an accurate assessment. I think Vladimir Putin is a criminal. I think he has killed many innocent men, women, and children. He has invaded Ukraine for no reason. He has invaded Georgia. He has invaded Serbia with cyber and hybrid means. The same thing in Belarus. He keeps Lukashenko in power with military force, and he's attacking virtually every European country by virtue of cyber, hybrid, and in some cases kinetic means like the recent sabotage acts against the Polish railroad system and other similar acts against military warehouses and factories in the Czech Republic and other countries throughout Europe. I think people in the U.S., especially in the government, have to understand that Vladimir Putin is an existential threat, not just for Europe, but it's a national security threat to the United States. And the parallels between 1938 Hitler and 2025 Putin are remarkably similar. We cannot engage in appeasement. We cannot engage in any treatment of Mr. Putin that disregards the realities of Russia today. We have to take a firm stand, say no. He has to get out of Ukraine. We can make no concessions. Putin can have no advantages by virtue of his use of military force to invade a democratic ally. And make no mistake about it, Russia is not a democratic country. So when some people say that the United States does not share common values with certain European countries, they're making a terrible mistake. The United States shares zero values with Russia. Russia has no free elections. Russia has no counter candidate to Putin. If you're a candidate against Putin, either you go to jail or you get killed or disappear some other fashion. The United States has no shared or common values with Russia. The United States shares, and the people of the United States share many common values with every democratic country in Europe and around the world. democracy, liberty, decency, and many others indices of freedom and democracy.
Next question is, does Ukraine have a real chance to win this war?
Absolutely. In my opinion, we have to give Ukraine every resource they need. Don't forget, the Russians invaded Afghanistan some 15, 20 years ago. They left. Why did they leave? Because the United States and other democratic countries supplied arms, weapons, and other materials to the Mujahideen and other defenders of Afghanistan, and the Russian losses became intolerable. The Russian economy could not sustain the war there, and they left. The same thing has to happen in Ukraine. The Russian economy is a disaster right now. It is a failing economy. We have to enforce sanctions. The European countries have to cease buying all oil and gas from Russia. We cannot allow the Russian shadow fleet to cheat and sell Russian oil and LNG through fictitious means, through friendly countries to Russia, and Russia will be out of business. It's the only way to deal with a bully. If we do not say no to Russia, it will be just like Hitler when we try to give him Sudetenland, and Chamberlain thought we were going to have peace for our lifetimes, and we had peace for 3 months or 6 months before Hitler invaded the rest of Europe. The same thing is going to happen with Russia if any sort of deal is imposed on Ukraine, where Ukraine is forced to cede any territory or give any concession or advantage to Russia for invading. I want to add two things. In 1994, there was a treaty, the Budapest Accord, which guaranteed the borders of Ukraine in exchange for Ukraine surrendering its nuclear weapons to Russia. The accord was signed by the United States, by the UK, by Russia, and by Ukraine. Nobody mentions that anymore. There's no issue with regard to the borders of Ukraine. Russia and Putin has disregarded it completely. We need to go back and look at that, and we need to say no to Mr. Putin before he invades the rest of Europe.
When it comes...
And don't forget, he's threatened every European country. He's threatened Romania, he's threatened Moldova, he's threatened the Baltic states, he's even threatened the French.
I want to end our conversation on a positive note. Romania and opportunities for investments in Romania. If you were to speak to American businesses right now, what would your message be for American businesses regarding opportunities for investments in Romania?
I want to speak to the Romanian government and to Romanian businesses. To the American businesses, I say come to Romania. To the Romanian government, I say make it easy for American investors and American businesses to come and do business in Romania. It's too difficult now. Remove regulations, tell them what a great place Romania is, and create incentives to make those businesses come to Romania. Otherwise, they will not come. There's great potential in mining. There are rare earths, copper, gold, silver. There are all kind of mineral resources. There's oil and gas, forestry, agricultural products at all levels of the verticals, from the farming itself to the processing to the final products and distribution, manufacturing. Romania has an unlimited, virtually, potential if the government did the right thing and liberalized access and created a truly free and open marketplace with lower taxes and fewer regulations and incentives for foreign investments and participation.
And the last question. What's your vision for the future with Alianța under your leadership?
I hope that Alianța can point out some of these issues, both in Romania and the United States, and hopefully make each country a little better, and more importantly than the country itself, We would like to help the people of the United States and help the people of Romania be a little bit better off tomorrow than they are today, and give everybody hope for a better life and a peaceful life.
Mr. Ambassador, once again, thank you so much for your time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you again.
Congratulations on an amazing event.
Thank you again for joining us.